with catastrophic floods strangling Bangkok and the city's abysmal flood defenses and drainage buckling, as well as dangerously rising sea levels, all of which threaten to sink the city into oblivion. Talk of shifting the capital is becoming more and more intense. His Majesty the King once analogized Bangkok during floods as being a toilet without a flush. Building a flushing system for Bangkok is not beyond our capability, but the harsh reality is that Bangkok is among 20 top cities, including Shanghai, Kolkata, Ho Chi Minh, and Rangoon, which, without prevention, could sink a massive and disastrous 6 to 7 meters below sea level within 39 years due to global warming. This is according to World Bank studies. And it's not just the impact of climate change which is bringing unusual strong storms and causing a scary sea level rise. There's also land subsidence due to massive use of underground water in Bangkok and its suburbs, which has led to major concern. Actually, the idea of shifting the capital has been with us for some time now. Thai leaders, as far back as Prime Minister Plak Pipun Songkram, wanted to shift the capital to Phetchabun. Later along came Chavalit Yongchayut, who preferred we all pack up and shift to Chachoengsao, while Samak Suntharaved wanted us to settle in Nakhon Pathom. Even Thaksin Shinawatra raised the idea of making Nakhon Nayok the new capital. Unfortunately or not, none of these choices of provinces received public support, whether it was to do with political, financial, or geographical reasons. Most of alternative provinces proposed by our leaders are in the central region. Dr. Art Ong Chum Sai, an engineer and academic who spearheaded the idea of shifting the capital, actually believes central Thailand is at risk of sinking below sea level. The most suitable location is South Isan, like Roi Et, Buriram, and Mahasarakam, because these provinces are higher than 100 meters above mean sea level and have no fault lines that could cause huge earthquakes. Although Art Ong's proposal has been highlighted again during this present severe flooding, and though the international community has raised the alarm about Bangkok being at even greater risk of sinking into purgatory, many still do not buy the idea. For instance, weather expert Samit Thamasarot is opposed to shifting the capital, reasoning that it will take too much time and way too much cash. He says installing a flood and sea prevention system is cheaper. Besides, he adds, it's necessary for the country to protect its central provinces, valuable art and culture, historical sites, palaces and temples, which are priceless from sinking below sea level. And what does now famous Dr. Seri Suparatit, director of Rangsit University Center on Climate Change and Disaster feel? He believes that to save Bangkok and central Thailand, the country needs to build a coastal flood defense system, the way Vietnam is doing. Thailand can either grow trees on the coastal barrier or make use of the barrier as a road. Art Ong proposes a more dramatic solution. He says 13-meter high dikes must be constructed from Prachuapkhiri-Khan to Sattahip. Well, this will require billions of baht in investment, and it may cause great damage to the character of the river delta, plus destruction of our precious ecological system. But some academics maintain that these things need to be sacrificed in return for saving Bangkok and other provinces from sinking into oblivion. Dr. Virapong Ramangkun, upon accepting PM Yingluck's request to head the Strategic Committee for Reconstruction and Future Development, has vowed that his mission is to ensure that Bangkok never again gets hit by floods, no matter how much the cost. So, it appears that it's not on the Yingluck government's agenda to shift the capital as yet. We'll only hear about new regulations on city planning and zoning. But you may ask, isn't it too late to carry out any controls now? Hasn't Bangkok urbanization gone too far beyond the point of no return? Isn't it already too crowded and congested? Well, instead of a new capital, all we hear about right now is a new Thailand. Some point to a lesson learned from Dr. Mahathir Mohamad when he was Malaysian Prime Minister. He attempted to solve the overcrowding and congestion in Kuala Lumpur by shifting the capital to Putrajaya. Apparently, it was ineffective. Putrajaya now serves only as the Malaysia's new administrative center of the federal government, and Kuala Lumpur remains the capital and the country's financial and commercial center. A similar scenario was acted out in Burma, as the capital Rangoon is at risk of sinking into the sea, although the junta hurriedly built up and declared Naypyidaw the new capital of Burma, supposedly because of political and military reasons, and not anything to do with sea levels. Rangoon remains the country's economic hub and diplomatic enclave. But elsewhere in Asia, as powerful earthquakes continue to jolt Japan and radiation levels rise near Tokyo, Japanese authorities are considering moving their capital. The most probable locations for a new site are Osaka or Nagoya, partly because both cities are located near international airports. And as if being hit by a tsunami and earthquakes are not enough, the Japan we see today would forever change. Thai engineer Art Ong said there is evidence supporting the notion that Japan could eventually slide off the sea shelf and disappear altogether under the ocean. Believe it or not, Japanese scientists are peering into the future to see how possible it is to live under the sea. Is this mankind's future? Living underwater, it seems, is no longer a dream, but a reality. There's already an underwater hotel called Poseidon Undersea Resort in Fiji, which has been in operation since 2008. And Asia's first undersea resort hotel, the Coral World Park, is being constructed off Coron Palawan in the Philippines and will be completed in 2013. Meanwhile, in Dubai, the Hydropolis is being planned. This surreal undersea hotel will be constructed 20 meters or 66 feet below the surface of the Persian Gulf. The projects will include a hotel, a ballroom, a shopping mall, and yes, a missile defense system to ward off terrorists. Perhaps a key strategy in battling floods is not to resist them at all. It looks like the logical key in battering rising seas is either to move to much higher, safer areas or, in the case of low-lying island nations, plan for its people to live under the sea. So if we don't shift our capital out of Bangkok, a day will come when our future generations may have to pack up and scoot for the hills or live on a city of stilts like people in Phang Nga's Panyi village, or even delve under the sea. Take your pick, folks.